can decide with Star Wars toys.
Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So what exactly did I pick up in Cambridge on Friday? So, you know, my birthday's over now, it's officially over, but it was a great day. I really enjoyed it. I didn't pick up much to be fair, but there were some gems in Forbidden Planet, because I love that shop. I think it's great. And also, I haven't shown my my Knight Rider kit that I picked up from a car boot sale. What was it, a couple of weeks ago, which was 20p. I couldn't believe it. I've always wanted this, but it's really hard to get it into focus. But it's not in bad condition. It's missing the spoiler on the back, but all the stickers are on there. I couldn't believe it, 20p. He was selling 5 cars for £1, and I only wanted this one. It doesn't pull back anymore, it doesn't work, but it's in really good nick. So I couldn't believe it, but I've always wanted one of these since I saw one of my friends with one back in school, back in the 80s. So well happy with that. But in relation to action figures, so I went to the Entertainer and I picked up Kong. I mean, it's not a bad figure. It's not a bad figure. I always meant to get him because I bought the I've never had any Star Trek figures, only the old Mego ones from the motion picture, which I've still got. But I thought these looked great. I'm a big fan of the original movies, so I did buy Admiral Kirk and Captain Spock because I thought, honestly, I think they're really good figures. Never got round to picking up Khan because he's not the, I don't know what it is. It's not a bad face sculpt on there, but I don't think his hair's right. I don't think the hair's right on there. But he was £6.50. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get him, complete the little set. It's a nice card back, but I'll be opening this up because Star Trek 2 is the best. It's the best movie out of all of them. So yeah, £6.50. I thought that was quite a good deal. So I got that in Smith. No, not Smith's. I got it in the Entertainer. And also, I've been wanting to do a Darth Vader custom Kenner figure. And I'm still thinking about it, but I thought, I mean, I've got a few of these already, but I thought, I mean, I'd heard that, you know, Vader had kind of disappeared from the Entertainer, been sold out, because it's a really, I mean, I rate it, I think it's a really good figure. This was £4, there's the only one in there, but I thought it'd be interesting to use maybe the cape on a Kenner version, and I've got plans to change a Kenner version. I still don't know yet, but I basically bought this figure to do a bit of, you know, customization, to give it a go. But yeah, £4, let your eyes be your guide, and it's a great figure. I absolutely love it. So I've got a few of these now. The last one I bought was in Ollie's for $3.99. But yeah, as I say, he was the only one in there, and they had the usual suspects you probably saw in the actual video. And then in Lame didn't have any like loads of great stuff. It was, yeah, again, it was the usual suspects. They did have Big Chris though. Big Chris for £10, which was a great deal, but I've obviously got him already. Bought him in Target for $13.99. But in Forbidden Planet, I picked up the Moff, and again, the reason I picked up the Moff, I mean, I've got this already, and I've got him on display with my Imperial AT-AT and officers. I think he's in an ATST on my shelf. But the reason I picked up the Moth is, again, for customisation purposes, I wanted the vinyl cape. See, I'm not sure if I want a vinyl cape, because I think this is a slightly, well, it's cut differently than Vader's original Kenner cape. So I'm not sure whether I want a vinyl cape or the soft goods cape for my customised Darth Vader, and I'm going to do some other bits on him. I'm not just going to put a new lightsaber and a cape on him. I want to put like some robotic arms on him and stuff. I've got to give it a go, see what happens, because I enjoyed doing those stormtroopers from Ahsoka. I enjoyed doing that. But yeah, so the cape is for Darth Vader, but the Darksaber, I want the Darksaber for Bo-Katan, my retro collection Bo-Katan, because I lost one of Bo-Katan's guns when I was in Florida. Must have just popped out of her hand, and I just thought, I'll have the Darksaber. I mean, obviously I've got more than one Bo-Katan, but I thought that'd be a nice touch. But yeah, a good figure. He was actually £3, so he wasn't $4.99. He was £3, and I thought that was a great price. So I picked him up, and I think it's a decent looking figure. And then this is where I've treated myself. I love clone troopers, so I've got clone troopers. They're on display in the toy room on the wall. As I've mentioned on many occasions, the Star Wars Vintage Collection figures, they're so expensive these days. So I've and that's one of the reasons why I've stepped back from buying them. So this is the Phase 1 Clone Trooper from Attack of the Clones. I love the back of it. So it's not often that I pick up like a recent release, VC309. Yeah, so he was $12.99, and do you know what? For a Clone Trooper, I don't think that's a bad price. If Vintage Collection figures were $12.99, I'd be happy to buy them. But I think the average price is $16.99. So when I saw that, I thought, it's my birthday, I'll treat myself. But I've actually, this is a Phase 1 Clone Trooper from Attack of the Clones, and I've also got my my other Attack of the Clones Clone Trooper, and I picked this up some time ago, VC45, and this was the wave. Well, this was ages ago. This was when Cara Dune was released, and a Sith Trooper. So this was a while ago, and I remember it would have been the pandemic and lockdown that got me back into buying Star Wars figures, and also setting up the toy room, because there was nothing else to do. There was nothing, because I was still working during the pandemic, but there was nothing to working from home, but there was nothing to spend your hard-earned cash on, and there was nowhere to go. So I got back into Star Wars figures, and then I sort of made decisions. So I got into the Vintage Collection. I was like, well, I'm only going to buy the Mandalorian line, and then it was, well, I'm only going to buy the Clone Troopers as well, and then you end up buying other bits and pieces. But yeah, I do believe that these are exactly, are they the same sculpt? I think they're exactly the same figure. Don't know, I'll have to do a bit of research on that. But yeah, it's my birthday, so I thought I'd treat myself. But I just love the back of the new Vintage Collection figures. I think they just really stand out, and it's just so much nicer than what they used to be. I mean, it's always useful having the actual wave on the back of the actual card back, but I prefer this. I think it's just so much nicer. So that's what I picked up from, not that one, that would have been Star Action figures back in the day when it first came out. But yeah, that's what I picked up from Star Action figures, the Moth and a Phase 1 Clone Trooper. And then, obviously I ate loads of Popeye's chicken and Wendy's. But then my wife got me this. So this is, what's his name? Reptilax. So I don't recognise him from Masters of the Universe, but it's an Origins figure, and she got this for my birthday, I think she must have got it when she went to Smith's Toys with my son. Forgot to give it to me. So, so yeah, I didn't actually get this on my birthday. I got it a few days later. But yeah, I don't know the character, but it's from the Snake Men wave of Origins. And yes, it does look interesting. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna open him up, because I've also got to open up the is it Webster and Evelyn from the Origins cartoon wave. So that was a nice extra birthday bonus, but that is the end of my birthday. And as I mentioned in my Forbidden Planet video, the reason my birthday seems to drag on so much is because my wife's birthday, well, my wife is 2 days older than me, so when it's my birthday or our birthday, it's like Christmas, really. I love it. I love birthdays. I really do love birthdays. But talking of birthdays, because it's the big one next year. Talking of birthdays, I still need to open up my Mando N1 Starfighter. I mean, I'm a lucky man. My wife got me this, as well as Jabba, for my birthday. Unbelievable. But yeah, talking of birthdays, so we're not going to be going to... obviously, I went to Galaxy's Edge earlier in the year for Easter. And we're not going to be going to America next year. But because it's the big one, for both of us, we want to do something completely different. So we're going to Disneyland Paris. So the dates have now come out, so you can book for next year. So we're going for our birthday. We're going to Disneyland Paris, staying on Disney property at the Davy Crockett Lodge. I think it's like a little lodge. You've got to have a car. I think it's like a 10-minute drive to Disneyland. There's 2 parks. I've not been since. I've only been to Disneyland Paris once, and that was back in 2006. I was staying in Paris at the hotel. What was it called? The Hotel Moulin Rouge. Right next to the place with the windmill and all the can-can dancers. So that's where I was staying, and I went to Disneyland Paris for a day trip. So I went to both parks. They're very rushed. It was in January 2006, and I remember just freezing to death. It was so cold that I had to actually buy some Mickey Mouse. I bought a Mickey Mouse scarf. I was that cold. It was freezing, and it snowed as well. But it's a good place, and I've had a little look on YouTube, and it does look really good. It's got a lot of different rides, but obviously it's got Hyperspace Mountain, and it's got Star Tours, and I love Star Tours. And also in the Star Traders kind of gift shop, the Star Wars shop, they also do Build a Droid, which they stopped doing when the pandemic happened in Disney World. And me and my son used to do it every year. So they've got Build a Droid. I didn't see any protocol droids, just the astromech, but I'm so happy about it. I think they're 14, it'd be 14 euros, wasn't it? 14 euros 99, I think, because I've been watching a few reviews. But yeah, I'm well up for that. So, I've done Galaxy's Edge, I've built a lightsaber, I've built a droid, I've been in the cantina, I've done all the rides. So yeah, a year's time for our birthday, we're going to Disneyland Paris. And honestly, I can't wait for it at all. I cannot wait. And Disneyland Paris, looking at it, it does look proper old school, with all the older, well, not old rides, but it's a lot of it is, it's stuff that's no longer at Disney World. So yeah, well up for it. 2 parks. Let Your Eyes Be Your Guide. That's all booked and paid a deposit. So yeah, watch this space. Definitely looking forward to checking out the Star Traders shop. But that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a quick one, just to show you what I actually picked up, and hopefully I'll be opening up my Jabba the Hutt very soon and comparing him to my original Kenner version. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It lets me know you care. Also helps the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.